'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen. Unless I am much mistaken. We have cause to visit a place not far from here. 'Tis worth considering, if we've the time.
We're hardly so destitute as to shun an ox cart's services. What say we ride one to our destination?
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter. Shall we get some rest, then? I feel refreshed and we must rest. Though this...
Fresh breeze blowing round here.
Pay these debts. Not selling.
How grand it must be to live in light.
Is this a challenge, Arisen, to see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
Another day.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
Suppose we all have our troubles.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in?
You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn. but I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do. Save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath. I don't imagine you'll find aught so long after the fact. And yet, when I look into your eyes, I find myself strangely hopeful. Still, I shan't grant you more than 3 days.
If I was better off a hermit.
Got to find myself a patron with heavy pockets.
What do you take me for?
There's no shame in living life.
Just one last.
Well, everyone else
I'll be
makes
done.
it.
Fine.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do you know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace? I regret to say that I am at a loss. Pray, follow me.
What I do last. Let them talk. It's quiet now. My bed.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Then it stands to reason that Captain Brandt would know of him. Pray, allow me to show you the way. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way.
Tidy? What else needs doing?
Touch worn out. Where was I?
This quiet makes me itch to get stirred.
Each new day is the chance to turn a profit.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead. 'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
What's got you in such...
Sir Arisen, pray see to it that naught...
What do you think?
I can scarcely see a thing in the smoke.
what has brought you? 'Tis a marvelous... If you would speak of toads.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
I must confess, I'm rather lost. I will do what I can. But I fear this trial is too much for Windsor.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Lots to do.
I'm sure I can handle this. Troubles festering.
Hello, you. Faring all right? Time to
Captain
unpick
North
the
and
market,
Fry.
you think?
As long as you please. Lots to do.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above. Would that I could spend all day here.
Let's see. Where to next?
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked.
You seem to be rather. 'Tis lamentable that the captain of the late consul's guard should have been relegated to the garrison, but there are whispers that he was given this station in reprisal for an unthinking. Ever since Thesa's faction seized power within the palace, her detractors have found themselves shunted into a corner. If I were you, I'd take care not to be seen currying favor with the good captain. Thesa has eyes everywhere.
We are hardly familiar.
Forgive me for last night's scuffle.
And who are you, supposed?
Acting up today.
The latest tidings from Melv came as quite a shock. 'Twas a tragedy to those who suffered the beast's attack. I thought to myself, with the dragons coming, the Arisen shan't be far behind. And indeed, we have our sovereign. Still, that I would see this king...
Keep moving. So tight. I'd kick just about anywhere.
new.
Whoever's my replacement's in for a boot up the arse.
Got to focus. My head will roll if aught goes awry.
Compares to a real
But of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue.
My legs are stiff as boards after training. A fine place
Let them
to sit
talk.
and gather
I'm
up.
too old to care.
I dare say I could forget all my troubles here.
Fine place.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
I regret to say that I am at a loss.
Chance to put my feet up is as welcome as I sleep on my world. Where to now? What should I look
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared. The sun may have fallen, but the day is far from over. Shall we check our packs and be off?
I hope you slept well.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing under normal circumstances. I would not overlook such a clear admission of murderous intent, but this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence we seek? Perhaps the merchants he deals with. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter. Though, they're not. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony.
I suppose I could indulge you.
Well met, son. How might I be of service? Are you in the market for something in particular? Aught catch your eye? Just say the word. Always a pleasure.
Back to work.
Another day, another adventure.
This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Allard, long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
Anywhere's better than the middle of the crowd. Find a spot to take my mind off my troubles.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Well, it's rooted in the soil of learning. Anywhere's better than the middle of the crowd. Anyone would know if it's a strange.
Perhaps this will serve as evidence.
Wonder how everyone else makes it. A fine place to sit and gather what's so tired. I've barely even been to time. If I sleep on my woes, mayhap they go away. Ho there! Fair.
Me?
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more, if you are so inclined, Master. Right you are.
Barely slapped the wing.
There's a ladder here. We ought to put it to good use.
Nothing more deadly than getting comfortable.
Clean and tidy. What else needs doing?
Shall we get some rest then? It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Feeling rested, I trust?
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. Merchants with connections to Allard will some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we worked...
As I recall, the location of another of our tasks is not far from here.
We shall have to decide which is the most pressing. We cannot do everything at once. A fine place to harvest some ingredients. We shall await you here, Master.
On me to bear what younger
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice. Wilhelmina. But why? Why would you?
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here. We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that we can't leave the way we came in.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then come, Master. Let us quit this place.
Allard is in the room to the left. Go. Never mind the mask.
At last, what is this?
Don't let him escape. We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to it. We can't leave the way we came in. We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that we can't leave the way we came in.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust.
I think 'twould be best for us to make our escape separately. Should we both make it out of this unfettered, let us meet at the Myrmecolian on the morrow. Till then...
This battle is ours!
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
The same old story for me. And you?
I end up feeling weary.
Shall we get some rest then?
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Shall we get underway?
Just the two of us.
Go on, have a look. Oh. Let's see. Where to?
Did I have planned?
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my baudelry will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
It's quiet a bit.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a
on me to bear what younger shoulders can't.
I ought to find someone to run the track.
Slow down. These bones can't keep up. No one will disturb me.
No sense dwelling on what others think.
Even I know when to shut a trap.
Work ungraciously.
This place is very dreary.
Wonder if anyone else.
Oh, good. You return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight. When I ought to say.
A welcome respite from all that
All I need
bustle
my
and bustle.
And who are you supposed to be?
All I need's my help.
There's ought to be said.
Got something for me?
Quiet, but I like it here.
Know you of any places for a stolen hour of respite? Know you of any places for a stolen hour of respite? Over here, if you please. I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace.